easier for students and why not easier for teachers also. Yesterday we had a kind of interview with Sana. Yeah, so today is with you. The first thing is I want you to I want to ask and I want to know what is teaching for you.
Teaching is love for me. Because of that, if I teach every day, for example, 12 hours, I'm not tired. It really is my love. I have teaching my love and medicine my love, and if they be with each other, okay, this is the best for me. But it's love for me, really.
And what motivates you for teaching?
Teaching for me mainly is training. Okay, I believe that knowledge is not enough in teaching. Because of that, is documented, is approved that education have three parts, three components: knowledge, attitude, practice. And knowledge is accessible for everybody, everywhere. But giving attitude is very important. And in my teaching, I try to have this point, giving attitude. Why one student, should learn what is medicine. Medicine is really only responsibility, not more. Responsibility to save their lives. And if one student doesn't believe this point, it's not possible to be good doctor if have complete knowledge too. It's not possible. Because of that, really the most important point for me in education is giving attitude. 100% giving knowledge and practical procedures is one part. Is not possible we separate from our education. But attitude and training for me is the most important part.
Do you have any idea of how for yourself, what is the best kind of teacher is? Who is this best teacher?
In my belief, at least in our field, in medicine, is okay. Teacher at first should be one good doctor. Then kind, respectful, responsible person, in my belief. Be cooperative in every subject in that field, cooperative. Students should learn from our behavior and our character. Teacher is one character. It's not only one job, in my belief. Character is important. Students look at us and will learn how should be one doctor, how should be one teacher. Because of that, this is my belief. In teaching, but 100% teaching should be in basis of one schedule. This schedule should be guided schedule. Should be organized schedule. What does it mean? Means that it's not right. We start from one point and in basis of my belief only I teach to students. No. I should follow the organized schedules in one group, in one department. Is okay. If, in my belief, that schedule has problem, I should solve with my staff, with my colleagues, But finalized schedule, 100% should be taught and should be trained for our students. The second point is, now I started to write something. What is our goal in teaching? After this semester, students, which ability should gain? Which abilities should be there for students? If I don't know and I'm not able to evaluate these abilities, I think teaching will not be effective, will not be helpful. It means that there is 3 parameters: the behavior, the training, and scheduling. All of them should be in teaching, in my belief.
Okay. During the teaching process, how you motivate students to learn?
By giving my love to medicine to them. I have now one notebook in this semester I have given to all my students, and they wrote something for me. Okay, close to all of the students. And 80%, 85% of them have written there. I gained this motivation. I believe to medicine with you. Oh, I want this. Yes. I show them how is one doctor and how you should be. Okay. And if you want to be a good doctor, you should come on time. You should wear always your medical code. This medical code should be respectful for you. Okay? And always you should help to your friends. If you don't help to your friend, how is possible you help to people? Okay? In all my classes, one part of my effort is to show them and to move them, to push them to be good person, good human, and good doctor.
Okay, good.
I do this by myself. Yes,
yeah.
Honestly, I do this. Okay, not because of that. Okay, randomly. No. I believe it, and I try to do this. Maybe it's not right. This, I don't know. I don't want to be there misunderstanding, but always I tell them, a doctor is one type of God. What is God? In our all beliefs, is full of knowledge, respectful, responsive, helpful, kind. Huh?
Yeah.
And doctor should be this. This is my belief about one doctor, really. And I try to give this definition, this character to my students. We should do this, in my belief.
Yeah, it's very important for them to understand the attitude.
And we should give one, they should see. And I try to be this. I try to show them, okay? Really, maybe I have a lot of mistakes. All of us is possible to have. But I try to be kind with them, helpful with them. Always I have respect to them. Okay, my Indian students or other groups, maybe you see, always I try to be with them in their eating their foods, playing with them, enjoying. Always I have respect to all my students, and I'm helpful. All the students have my number, and they are able to call at 1, 2 o'clock at night. I told them, you can call me, and they call me. If they have any problem, they call me. Maybe I help, maybe not. I don't know. But I give them this belief, I'm beside you. Yeah. Okay? Because of that, I'm doctor. Not because of that, I want to have some show for them. No. Who is possible to have show at 2 o'clock at night? Who is possible continuously have this? But okay, we should show them. If they see, they will believe. Only by talking to them, belief is not possible to be there. Belief comes by repeating, by seeing. Yeah. It's okay. It's not by only conversation. It's not possible.
Very good. And What about teaching process? So sometimes it happens when we have too many students in one group, and of course they are different as people, as students from the point of learning, and their ability to learn is completely different, yeah. And sometimes we have students that they are not so good and they have some maybe problems with catching all materials so easily. And what do you do in order not to let someone behind?
I use pedagogy, okay? Pedagogy in your culture has historical point. I use the students to help to students. Okay, in all my cycles, I have some groups. I arrange some subgroups, and in each group there is 1 to good students and 1 to the weak students, and 1, for example, average student. And I ask my questions, okay, by groups. I do practical procedures with groups, and I give the point for all students in group, okay, same. By this way, they help to each other. I am not able to help to all weak students by myself, okay, but I use the good students to teach a little weak students. There's 2 points. 1, good student by teaching will learn better. Weak student by learning in group will be better, and by this way students day by day became better. Now in this 6th course in this year, really the students are very better than previous, and one of the reasons is they worked more in these groups.
Okay.
Yes, I use this method.
Very nice, it's interesting. And during your classes, what kind of methods you use for like teaching?
I have lecturing, is okay, but not very much. I use questioning. I give, at first I have presentation by students, and presentation has point. For example, 20 point is for this class activity. 10 point is only for presentation. Is okay? My presentation, I know that all of them is not perfect, but they learn, they study, and they learn how they should present themselves. 1. Second, in second part, always I have quizzes. Okay? From the last subject and new subject. Okay, always in my classes, always I have quizzes, and quizzes is class activity. 10 point is for quizzes. Okay, yes, needs time. I should work over it. I should evaluate, but I do this because of that. This is my job. Then I have lecturing, but lecturing is always by questioning. I have one slide. But before explaining, I ask questions. And questions cause to work the brain more. And if I explain something, is more effective. They understand better. They gain better. Because of that, always I have challenge in my teaching. Challenge is the most important part. This is one method. Okay? My lecturing is by questioning. Is by conversation, not lecturing only continuously.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And what about encouraging students? Do you have some encouraging? So, do you encourage your students to do better?
I don't know exactly, but I think it's possible. Why not? But really, I don't know.
Maybe in the process of asking questions. So how you make them to speak, not to be sometimes shy or like to be confident to ask you.
Maybe you maybe you hear this point from my students. Always they know me, okay, by this word, make mistakes. Without mistakes, you cannot learn. Always I tell them this point, and I let them to have mistake. I give them this opinion. Mistakes doesn't matter. Only resistance against learning is matter. But if you have mistake, it means that you try to do something. Okay, and yes, I think it's very helpful.
I remember your words from our classes from first aid.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is. I told you, this is my belief. Really, one medical doctor should have mistakes. It's not possible without mistake, and we learn from our mistakes. But small mistakes prevents very big mistakes. We should let to have small mistakes.
Okay, just let me look through these questions because we have some kind of question orders in order to make all the interviews alike. So I'm sorry, just let me look through what I missed.
It's okay.
Let's talk about it. Oh, by the way, can you recall the good class or lesson for you and what makes it special?
It's very difficult, really, because of that. Practical classes for me is the best, always. Okay, because of that. For example, I love propedeutics. I love cycles. Okay, but always I please Dr. Narine. Give me one physiology and one pathology class, because of that, in my belief, they are really the basis of the medicine. And if the students learn perfect the physiology and pathology, 100% they will be the best doctors. And for myself, it's helpful always be up to date in physiology and pathology. Every year I change my PowerPoints in basis of the presentations by students. Sometimes some of them have new subjects, and I use them by permission, of course. And I study something new and I add to my PowerPoints. And if I don't have physiology, pathology, okay, gradually I will forget them. It's okay. Because of that, I like these three more than all others. Okay, practical is in top of them, but always I enjoy physiology and pathology. I love mechanisms. You know, in my belief, the medicine is understanding of the mechanisms. Okay, it's not only learning. Okay, only for example studying. Is mechanism, is understanding, really. Because of that, yes, these three are my favorite subjects.
You mentioned that you change your PowerPoint and make it better. So I want you to speak about the feedback. Do you have some kind of practice giving and receiving feedback from students?
Yes, really was there. For in addition to, maybe I had three students. They had saving lives out of the university. Addition to this, some of the students after graduation, or if they return back to their country, they write for me something. Now in here, if I work, mainly is because of those procedures I learned there. Okay, I have this feedback, and it's because of that always I focus more and more over this method, training practical procedures. In all my cycles, I have practical procedures, examination techniques, ECG reading, chest X-ray reading, CPR. Always, if maybe it's not my direct responsibility, but because of that, I believe the first responsibility of one doctor is saving lives, then treatment. Because of that, in my 6th course students, always at first I should be sure about that they know the emergency conditions. They are able to manage emergency conditions. They don't pass through this subject. I know that sometimes it's not in schedules, but I finished my schedules. Addition to this, I work more. It's okay. It's not by this way I reestablish these subjects instead of another's. No. I cover the schedule in basis of department, but addition to this, I work one for every class time, every 2 class time, 1 practical procedures. I review them, and if they, some of them are weak, I push them to work more by these subgroups arrangement. I do. I solve most of the subjects in subgroups. This is very helpful for me. I don't do most of them directly. Okay, it's very simple by this way. I use the students for students.
Yeah, it's very interesting and good thing.
Yes, and it's very effective. It's very helpful.
And about receiving the maybe kind of advices from students, so how you go with this whenever some student can say you maybe to change something or
Yes,
advise you something.
I had this.
So
Yes.
are you open
But
to this?
it was not more about the teaching method, is okay. It was mainly because of my worriness. Sometimes, I became very sad and very disappointed about some students, okay, they don't try. And 2-3 times, really, I was very disappointed, and I became a little nervous, honestly. But again, in this notebook, they have written this point, 2-3 students. But this is interesting for me. They didn't write for example, only change. No, they explain, we are worried about your healthness. And because of your healthness, please be calm more. We know that you became nervous because of us, because of me. But I promise I will do best, and please, you don't be nervous because of that. It's dangerous for your healthness. Our relation, I think, is friendly.
Yeah.
It's okay, and it helps me. It helps me to have better results. I don't punish everybody. Until yet, I didn't punish everybody. I didn't decrease the mark for any reason. Always I help them in their exams, in their evaluations, okay? And they know this. But in teaching and in evaluation, they know that I'm serious, and they should be good students. They know this. In my belief, they should be. For example, maybe I was the first teacher we had medical code here, and at that time, 5-6 years ago, only my classes had all students by medical code. I didn't let students come inside without medical code 6 years ago, 5 years ago. I didn't let them. And they were, okay, only you. Yes, only me. Because of that, maybe only me believe that here is medical university. And if you show me one medical university worldwide, the students be without medical code, I will change my mind. But find one university then. If, for example, my colleague because of any reason doesn't wear medical coat, okay, is respectful, but I don't do this. From beginning, about the posture, about presentation of the medical code should be completely, in my students, should be completely white. Maybe you think that, okay, this is not your responsibility. You say, okay, clean your medical code should be white. No, it's my responsibility. Teacher in medicine is not only giving knowledge, is training good doctor. Okay, training good doctor. This is our responsibility. Knowledge, everybody is possible to gain everywhere.
And
but I had these feedbacks, and I do them. I try to do them.
So you're good to this idea that sometimes we need maybe to change something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, why not? This is not right. We believe that I'm perfect. Never. I don't think I'm perfect. Only I try to do the best.
Yeah.
I try to do best. Okay. If, for example, I do something, okay, this is my belief. Maybe you know that 3 years ago, 3 years ago, yes. I tried to have here student research societies, okay. Someone came here, have one workshop for research 2 times. For what? Because of that, this is my belief. I'm not responsible about it. But 100% I know that there is another part. At that time, the office was not. Only Dr. Tigran was involved, and by permission of Dr. Tigran and by help of Dr. Tigran. Dr. Tigran was there. We did with each other. But I want to say, okay, why? Because of that, I believe the medical students should have research. Not only PDF file, not only the notes. Should study the textbooks, should study new letters, is okay. Yes, we should have some changes. We are not perfect here.
But is it easy for you to change? Because sometimes it's like we're people, we have some beliefs and we are doing something in the way we believe is right.
You know, if our belief, okay, our belief be training good doctors, okay, in this way, if we see that there is some mistakes, okay, and it's possible to affect this goal, yes, why not? For example, in Italy, by Erasmus SafeMed, we were there. I saw that they have some papers, okay? In this paper is for each student. There is, in practical procedures, measurement of pulse, measurement of blood pressure, measurement of, for example, weight, CPR, all practical procedures, okay, was written here. And there was, for each of them, for example, for one of them 12, for one of them 20, and they should do them before, in front of one responsible nurse or doctor, and he or she should sign there. And after finishing all this, the student was able to pass. Without this paper, okay, it was not possible to be graduated. Okay, I learned this, and I don't have this table. I told, because of that, me, Dr. Yeva were there, and I know that it's right. But until yet, we didn't do this because of that. We don't have this system. Okay, we should arrange one system for this. But in my cycles, I do this. Okay, I do. in groups, okay, I told you these subgroups are very helpful for me. The group leader, subgroup leader, okay, should control this number of measurements, and he or she reports me, this student did 10 times measurement of blood pressure. Oh, you know, I don't have another way. I should do by this way. But I learned there, for example, is okay. This is method. It is new subject. I didn't have this previously, but now I do this.
Oh, good. Very, very interesting. By the way, very interesting thing. I haven't heard about it. So, about some advice to university. What can you advise in a teaching and learning process to be better?
If you remember in strategy planning, and in one of the meetings I was there, I told this point, and it's written there 2 years ago, I think, if you remember.
Yeah.
In my belief, for medical university, medical institute, the best is focus over practical procedures. Okay, our practical procedures, okay, is, in my belief, is possible to be very better than this. Now it's better than 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but I think it's possible to be very better than this, and should have organization. How simulator center should have organization. One head of simulator center and some 2-3 doctors and some personnel there, and should have one program. Okay, every week students group by group should come and work in simulator center, same as another courses. Okay, here really the relations is kindly, is friendly with students, is supportive for students. Okay, in other parts I think everything is good, but in this part, if we be able to do this, okay, 100% will be effective and will be very helpful for our students. Yeah. Every practical procedures will be guided, will be guided and will be arranged in this department, not by lecturing teachers.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, and I'm sorry, let me check the recorder. I hope it's going. Yeah. And what about maybe you have some advice for a teacher, for our teaching staff?
You know, I'm teacher, it's okay. Only I can have advice for myself, because of that all my colleagues, in my belief, they are perfect. Really, this is my belief, it's not a compliment, it's okay. All of them are very good, and maybe it's not right, I have advice for them. Only one subject I can tell to them, and this is more focus over training. Okay, for example, in cycles, if it's not possible we have procedures, at least it's possible we have cases. Case solving is very helpful. Clinical look in teaching, I think, is very good. If I teach physiology, I teach physiology by clinical look. If I teach pathophysiology, I teach by clinical look. It's okay. Only point I think is this. I don't want to judge about it. I don't know really is there or not. Only I can tell this point. If it's not, I think will be very helpful if we have clinical look. In basic sciences, clinical looks, they uses of each subject in clinic, and in cycles, case solving.
Yeah, okay. Just let me look.
I have them in my less in my classes.
I know, we're just limits to for record. Okay, we spoke about this. Okay. Do you have a big challenge as a teacher? What is a big challenge for you, maybe?
Not more, no. Only my big challenge is practical procedures, okay? Without simulator center, completing all these practical procedures is very difficult. Because of that, I know that we will have our clinic and hospital. It's not right, I explained about this subject. Very soon we will have this, and I'm very, very glad about it. Very, very happy about it. Because of that, it was the most important challenge and worriness. But now I am not worried about it. I know that very soon we'll be there. But in practical procedures, making ready the students for these cycles in medical centers, in hospitals, I think is needed. We should have attention to this point. But no, nowadays, no. By myself, I try to solve anyway, but it's possible to be simple, more simple than this. It's possible to be very easy by simulator center and this organization.
Okay.
And we have very good simulators. We don't use them more. We have very good simulators.
So we don't have some time, for that, or what's this?
No, everything needs organization. Okay, without organization, you cannot use your everything you have. Is okay. We have a lot of subjects here, but we don't use all of them.
Okay, I guess actually we run through all questions. Just one more thing, and I will explain why am I asking such kind of questions. How can you say your classes are long, or just they're right the way?
No, in my belief, for cycles now is better, but it's possible only is possible to have 1 week practical procedures addition to this time. Okay, for physiology, I think 30% time is, and pathology, both of them is less than needed. Okay, in my belief. It's possible to be a little more than this.
Okay, and about just the class, you're making your class, I know it's for half an hour, yeah? The class...
It's 40 minutes for each educational hour.
Hour, yeah, 40 minutes, I guess, or one.
Yes, 40 minutes.
You're making more or less, or like...
No. Always I have less time. Always I use my break time for answering the questions or involving in continuing. It never, until yet, was not possible I be able to finish the subjects, okay, less than this time. Okay, always I need more time. Okay. And it's not because of that I lost some of time for another subjects and other than the titles. Okay, no. Time, the subjects is the curriculum. Okay, in my belief needs a little more time. Okay, and I try to finish these topics, for example, in just limited time. Maybe it's because of my method, I don't know, okay? Maybe it's because of that I have one time for quiz, I have one time for presentation by students, and I have my lecturing by questioning, okay? Yes, it needs time. But if I want to have only lecturing, no, time is enough.
Yeah, okay.
It's not, maybe I have problem, I don't know, maybe this is my problem. But you know, I'm 64 years old, is long time I teach, is okay?
I didn't say so.
And this is my belief. I know that this method is effective, is okay. Because of that, if I should change, I will accept it, is okay. Because of that, I'm responsible for this university, this my departments. But I think the method is right. Only we should have a little more time.
Okay, I guess we finished with the interview, and I want to say a little bit about, to open the gaps and say about survey, what feedback we get from students. We didn't ask them who is a bad teacher or something like that. No, we just want to know the aim of surveys to know about teaching and learning process and make it better. So I guess we are trying to have our Google education platform in order to make it easier, and I guess it will start working from September. So we will cover too many problems with this thing. We will have our hospital, so it also helps, and we are on a way of trying to reach this point that we see, and I guess we are going there. So the survey is also one part of this. We want to know maybe something that students are not speaking about, that maybe they are shy, or maybe they have some ideas what we can do, but because sometimes we didn't see it and we need someone to help us. So I can say that they love you, they love your subject, because whenever we say what is your favorite subject, they wrote about you. Who is the best teacher in your eyes, in order to who can be this best teacher for us to know if we need some open classes or something like that, whom we can advise. So this is here. The only thing that we have 2 or 3 students mentions, because our surveys, it's we have more than 2,000 students, but only 300 or 200 they passed the survey. This is the weak thing about our university, that they are passive. Our students, they are not engaged in all these processes. But the only thing that they are mentioned, that the classes sometimes it's long, and the thing I want to understand what they mean about that, because we are not opening questions. We're just.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I should manage it.
No, I just think
But 100% I will manage it, but really the method is a little different, and maybe it affects this subject because of that. Maybe another teachers have only lecturing, but here I have 3 subjects at the same time. But anyway, it's not good reason for this. I tell you, oh, okay, no, this is because of that. 100% if it causes to decrease quality, I should have attention to this point. And yes, I will try to manage it. But 100% is not possible to cover all subjects in curriculum, not because of this method, because of that time I told you is generally less than needed, is okay. Sometimes we have in semesters, for example, 2 holidays, okay, 1 holiday, 2 holidays, and there is, okay, for me is disaster really. Why? Because of that. And sometimes I try to have extra classes for them by myself. Okay? Why? Because of that I should finish these subjects. They need them for next years. Is okay? But 100% I promise I will have attention to this and I will manage
sharing
it.
the opinion of students.
It's okay, it's respectful for me,
Really,
no.
if we are taking into consideration the real answers of students, most of them, they are fond of you. They really write about the method you are teaching, the way you are teaching, that you are friendly, and this is very complimentary for us to have such a teacher in our staff. So thank you, and thank you for sharing your time today and coming for this interview. It's really helped
I thank
us.
you thought that this conversation is useful for you.
Yeah, it is. By the way, we will, as I said, later on I will change this recording into transcript. I will send you, you will look through it. If this will be okay, then we will
You know how much